abandoned polar bear cub Canute is cute and cuddly and has become a front-page media darling.
But perhaps he'd be better off dead.
Well, we're here to explain why his very existence has caused an ethical debate. We're joined by 9AM's Dr. Julie Summerfield. Good morning, Dr.
Hello,
Julie.
Julie. So, for people that don't know the story, can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, there was a baby bear called Canute.
Canute or
a little polar bear was born in Berlin Zoo, and the mother rejected both him and his twin brother. The twin brother died, and the zoo decided to hand rear the bear, to come in and save it. And this has sparked a bit of outrage, really, that the bear should have been... Certain animal activists have come out and said that the
not
bear
all of them, though.
No, not all of them.
But some of them have said perhaps he would be better off dead.
Yeah, it's humanising a wild animal. It's not right. It's violating animal protection laws. I've tried to find out about those laws, and I'm not sure that it is violating any laws. But
we need to point out Canute's mother was an ex-performing animal that had been brought to the zoo.
Yes.
Canute was born in captivity.
Exactly. And I think
they didn't rip it away from its mother in the wild.
No, that's right. And I think that's the one thing that really stuck out to me, is that she's an ex-performing bear. She may have been stressed. She might not have been emotionally very well, and may not have ever been a very good mother. And I think humans need to take responsibility for that, for a start, and help.
Sorry, it does raise the issue though. What should a zoo be? What is the focus of a zoo?
Well, look, I think that's changing. Certainly in the past, it has been entertainment, and so people can enjoy animals, and that's not always been the best thing for the animals. And
particularly when you see them doing the caged animal pacing, which is behavioural problem,
and that's a stereotypic behaviour that is brought out of stress. And most animals are stressed if they're not in their natural environment. They don't behave normally, and it certainly can border on being cruel. I've seen some pretty terrible zoos in my time. But I think things are changing, and zoo enclosures are becoming much more natural. We're learning gradually that stepping back and watching animals behave naturally in the wild is actually much more enjoyable than seeing them in a cage.
But what about in the instance of endangered animals like sun bears, like orangutans?
Well, like polar bears.
Like polar bears. Without that kind of intervention, we could very genuinely see the eradication of a species in the wild.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the zoo's arguments as well, is that for this little bear, yes, he's not going to grow up in the wild, and that might not be ideal to a lot of people, but they are a threatened species, and so at least he might be able to be used as a stud bear to breed, and those bears at least be kept somewhere.
Yes, but it still raises that issue, doesn't it? Because you may only be able to see endangered species in zoos, and therefore, to what extent is that natural?
Exactly. No, I agree with you.
It's natural.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. There is a balance, and I think
it's a freak show almost, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm hoping zoos are getting away from that, and polar bears. Another big argument is that polar bears are very difficult to keep in captivity. They overheat over 10 degrees, so when you put them in Asia, for example, that's a very unnatural climate for them. They need a lot of stimulation, they need a lot of room and things like that. So people, vets and behaviourists that are involved in really good zoos can provide those things, and the bears can have quite a happy life. So I think, yeah, that's one thing. There is the danger of animals only being in zoos and not actually surviving, and that's our responsibility. We're taking away their habitat. The polar bears, the main threat to them is global warming. The seabeds, the ice is melting, and pollution.
It's a longer conversation,
it is.
Julie.
Look, it's difficult. I think both sides have relevant arguments. I think it probably has been... I think it has been sort of blown out of proportion, and the cynic in me thinks if it wasn't so cute and cuddly, maybe then...
Might be different.
Yeah.
All right,
Julie,
we're out of time, Julie.
Sorry, thank you.
All righty.
And we'll have a flitter more after this.